All right, guys, we are looking at Bergdorf Goodman, but we're looking at the men's side, I believe, because across Fifth Avenue, we looked at the women's side. So let's see the motif. At the other side, it was kind of like getting into an exclusive club, but this one seems more cozy. You can see he's wearing a sweater shirt, a sweater button-down shirt, but look at that intricate pattern on the sweater in the back. Looks like a very thin turtlenecked, very thin sweater. That's interesting. But this one's definitely warmer. It's more cozy. Let's see what the other ones would be. I think this is going to be all cream and white. Maybe it's like that Pantone color. What is it? Like cloud something? Oh, you can see if you're a sports fan, we have the sports look in the back. That's like a cab driver maybe going to Yankee Stadium. You can see the dice, the rear view mirror. This is maybe like the back of, this is a truck bed. That's exactly what it is. Look at this. He's sitting on the truck bed. They're grilling. They're watching sports that came out maybe like 75 years ago at this point. So this is the sports theme. You can see that they're having little stuffed burgers. There's the patty, the cheese. He's having a burger. He has a gigantic hat that would never fit. There's a gigantic whistle. There's the kind of like, college flags that you would have, that puffer, this little fixture that we have here, and a fuzzy grill. And there's a backboard, a basketball backboard, or I guess no, that's not a basketball backboard, but a football scoreboard. And then of course there's the trophy case that is there. This is nice. Everything is felt, everything is stuffed, and everything on this side feels very cozy. Take a peek inside the store. Now this store compared to the women's side looks a little bit empty and not as well done. Take a look at the other video because that is just an amazing kind of matte white snow finish over everything. Now this, as the other one on the women's side, was more of like you're getting into an exclusive event, a party event. This one you're having something at home, you're having friends over. And you can see she's letting somebody into her home. Everybody's here. It's decorated at the top. We have someone chilling on the floor. We have the outside. Maybe that's kind of like not the outside, but like a guest area before you get in. This is definitely more of like a homey winter theme than the other side. Now this one we have like a very cool white with blue accents. Kind of like that snowy vibe where the snow is actually desserts. I think that is nice. And look at the gigantic Aqua de Parma. Parma. I forget exactly what it is. But you can see there's still, this is a party theme. And what I would say is this side is having people over to your house for your holiday party. The other side is going to be kind of that exclusive event that you would go somewhere else. Now let me see if there's anything else down the side street. I know there actually is. So this is more of a party vibe, not in your home, you're at a venue. This kind of matches up with the, it says masquerade party here. This matches up with the women's side a little bit better. This is a tiny little setup, and I would say that this is a little bit underlit. It looks very dim in real life, but maybe that's kind of the vibe. Maybe if you're at a party, you don't want extremely bright lights, but it's kind of like these would be the people at the party, and this is the party venue. But it does make it hard to see the product if that's the point of all of this. Sorry, guys. So we have like another party theme. This one's a little bit more colorful, less kind of classy than we would have. Look at this bright jacket, blue jacket, orange jacket, maybe brown orange jacket, and this kind of rainbow stack of sweaters. And I would call this a poodle hat. Oh, and look at this Bottega Veneta sneaker. Shiny, very much shiny sneaker. For me, I'm going for like this whole I'm changing the type of shoes that I'm wearing normally. I like a comfy pair of shoes, personally. And then here, this actually does return us to the women's side where they had bouncers that had like a bear head and a deer head. Now we have kind of like your partygoers Again, the masquerade party with, what is the, huskies or wolf heads? Not fox heads, but wolf heads. And it's like a nice purple venue. You can see that there's a woman in the background. This, I would say, again, is more of a New Year's theme than a, well, let's say holiday theme, more than Christmas, and maybe not exactly New Year's. Now, this is kind of like you're at like a very quiet bar. This is your bartender's setup. Extremely high-end liquor, if you would like some. But I think these little ones are a little bit underlit. Let's see how many windows they have left. Ooh, okay. We have another party goer. And I would say, okay, I thought for a moment that that was a raccoon. That is a cat in all black, and that would be what I would be wearing. I basically wear all black, and I do need to get an all black peacoat because the one I have right now is navy, and I'm trying to move away from it. I think this is the very last small window. And yeah, they're not putting that much effort into this one. They have a giant bag which takes up too much of the space. You can see the wires kind of like fell down and hung down, but yeah, the smaller windows, I believe on the women's side, are really well done because they are well lit, and they feel very intimate. These ones, they feel very underlit, and they're not as, like, they're a little bit like there's no story to tell within them. I don't know exactly how to describe it, but I do like the tall windows. I think that is really well done, but the women's side definitely takes the cake this year. I think they just have smaller windows to work with the men's store. They have much bigger windows you can see across the street, but it's entirely up to you. Do you like the men's side or do you like the women's side for Bergdorf Goodman? I will have to go and put my gloves on because my hands are getting cold. You can see down there we have a nice little snowflake, and again there's the gigantic Louis Vuitton trunk. This is a nice area. It's not extremely packed and crowded. This is not bad. Anyway guys, if you have any comments or questions, put in the comment section below. Stay safe, happy holidays, and I will see you next time.